Hey guys, can you believe it? It's already lesson 20. Let's go. I am determined to see. We have been quite casual about our practice periods thus far. There has been virtually no attempt to direct the time for undertaking them. Minimal effort has been required, and not even active cooperation and interest have been asked. True. This approach has been intentional and very carefully planned. We have not lost sight of the crucial importance of the reversal of your thinking. The salvation of the world depends on it. Yet you will not see if you regard yourself as being coerced, and if you give in to resentment and opposition. Attitude is everything, and the whole point of this course is that it's on your time and with your desire. So if you feel resentment or opposition, this isn't going to work. You have to understand that you're choosing to do these lessons. Nobody's forcing you. Nobody's keeping tabs on you. There's no person that's going to show up and tell you that you failed if you don't do it. It's completely up to you, and it's in your time. So it's important that you keep a good attitude and recognize that it's not like a school assignment where somebody is going to give you a grade. Okay? Alright. This is our first attempt to introduce structure. Do not misconstrue it as an effort to exert force or pressure. So the course is very clear in saying that there is no force, there is no pressure. Any pressure you end up feeling is coming from you or the ego. So if you find yourself in that place, acknowledge it, get back into your meditative state, connect with the source, and let go. You want salvation. You want to be happy. You want peace. You do not have them now because your mind is totally undisciplined, and you cannot distinguish between joy and sorrow, pleasure and pain, love and fear. You are now learning how to tell them apart, and great indeed will be your reward. Some of you might think, I'm pretty sure I know when I'm in pain or pleasure. That's pretty clear. And you're right to a certain extent, but I think the course is trying to point out that there's more to know. There's more to learn. And what we know in the beginning is not all there is to know. I know that sounds kind of vague, but just go with it. Your decision to see is all that vision requires. What you want is yours. Do not mistake the little effort that is asked of you for an indication that our goal is of little worth. Can the salvation of the world be a trivial purpose? That's a pretty heavy sentence. And can the world be saved if you are not? I like that one. How can the entire world be saved if not everybody is saved? Every single person must find the peace of mind and get to the point where they are in true happiness and love. You might think, well, that's impossible, but it isn't. It is possible. The cool thing is you only need to worry about you. And I know that sounds weird because we are all connected and we are all brothers. Because remember, brother or sister doesn't matter, just brother. So by you focusing on you and learning the course and really changing your mind, you are saving yourself. And then by saving yourself, it helps you save others. I don't know, this part's kind of hard for me to explain. Because it's not like other churches where, like I said before, I used to be Mormon, and I went on a mission to Portugal. We knocked doors. We were trying to help people find the true gospel. And the thing I love about this course is this is not what that's about. Me putting these YouTube videos up here are not hoping that I get a bunch of converts. It's more about, one, giving me an opportunity to work back through this course in a teaching manner, which you always learn more when you teach. And two, because if I put it out there, maybe someone out there will gain something from it. But it's not with the goal of trying to convince anybody that this is the way. This is just a way. This is just a course. And I feel like I've gone on another tangent. Alright, let's keep going. God has one Son, and He is the resurrection and the life. His will is done because all power is given Him in heaven and on earth. In your determination to see is vision given you. So the Course points this out quite a few times, that all that you really need is the desire, the determination, and that's it. When you have that and you work towards it, whether you feel like you're being successful or not, you will be successful. You will see. And you think, but I already do see. I'm looking at you right now. Well, there's a different way of seeing. And it makes more sense as you go through, but seeing people's good, seeing the good around you, seeing the way the Holy Spirit wants you to see or your higher self wants you to see, this is a type of seeing that is different and something that people are not used to. It's not our default setting. The exercises for today consist in reminding yourself throughout the day that you want to see. Today's idea also tacitly implies the recognition that you do not see now. Therefore, as you repeat the idea, you are stating that you are determined to change your present state for a better one, and one you really want. Repeat today's idea slowly and positively. Remember that attitude part? It's important to do this with a desire, with a want, and not from a place of I feel like I have to, but a place of I want to. I'm trying this thing. Life wasn't working so great for me before. I'm going to try this now. Or life was great, but I want it to be greater. Awesome. Do the lessons. Okay, repeat today's idea slowly and positively at least twice an hour today, attempting to do so every half hour. Do not be distressed if you forget to do so, but make a real effort to remember. The extra repetition should be applied to any situation, person, or event that upsets you. You can see them differently. And you will. What you desire, you will see. Such is the real law of cause and effect as it operates in the world. So this one feels like a lot. Every half hour I have to think this, but all you're thinking is, I am determined to see. It's okay. I'm sure I missed half of them when I did this, maybe more. It's just about getting you thinking about it, keeping it at the top of your mind. So by repeating it regularly, you start to remember and remind yourself throughout your day of what your goal is, of what it is that you want. One way I did this was I put a little alarm on my phone that it just dinged every half hour. That helped me, but also when I was teaching elementary school, this was a hard lesson. I don't think I was able to do it every half hour because I was working with kids. But actually when I was in the middle of teaching a lesson, sometimes the thought would come to my mind, oh yeah, it's been half an hour. And I would think, I'm determined to see. It is incredibly powerful, and you'll see as you go through this lesson. So I really like the end where it's talking about applying this part to things that upset you or people that upset you and telling you that you will see them differently. I can't tell you how many times I have been upset with somebody and I'm thinking about the course and I just gained some perspective and I just realized that I'm upset about X, Y, or Z because I see something the way I see it. Oftentimes when we start to have a conversation with somebody that is calm and with the desire of really understanding, we figure out that most people aren't out there to get you. They're actually just trying to live and trying to do the best they can, and their best may not be what you think is the best. And they're coming from a place that makes sense to them from their experiences and from the way they were raised and the things that they've learned in their life. And you may not get it, and they may not get your side. And that's just the thing. We are all so different and we all have different perspectives. So the cool thing about this lesson is it's really trying to help you see not only that people are different and that's okay, but also to see that you don't really see the whole picture. It's impossible for us to know every nuance of why something is the way it is or why somebody did what they did. And even though it seems like we get it and we know and they're this awful person who did this horrible thing, if you come to understand where they came from and you choose to do that from a place of love and truly wanting to understand and not with the desire of just trying to prove yourself right, you discover that people are better than you think they are. And it's easier to have compassion for others than you think it is sometimes. So that might be getting deeper than this lesson is really intended to get right away, but some of you might be ready for that. So remember, I am determined to see, and you will see, because the course promises it. So I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.